Hi everyone, and welcome to today's MNA orientation webinar. We're so happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us. We're going to go ahead and get started to respect your time. We also have quite a bit of information that we like to get through in these, so we'll get going right away. The goal for today's webinar is that you leave with an understanding of the MNA member benefits that are available to you and how you access them. Like I said, we go through a lot of information. We go pretty quickly, so we don't expect that you're going to remember everything that's presented, but I hope that you'll remember it enough to know that it's available to you and to be able to reach back out to us if you need additional support actually figuring out how to use that benefit. So let's go ahead and get started. If you are a new MNA member on the webinar today, thank you for joining us. We're glad to have you as members, and we're excited to share with you more today. If you're not a new member yet, or maybe you're thinking about it, that's fine too. You can be on this webinar to learn more about MNA membership. In addition, if you happen to be a business member on the phone today, that's great. You can learn more about the benefits that are available. However, we will focus mostly on our nonprofit members and what they have access to. So if you're a business member and you need to follow up or would like some follow-up afterwards, just please let us know. You can put that in the chat. I'd also be curious to know, what you're hoping to receive from your MNA membership. And feel free to share that in the chat as well. What is it that you're hoping to get out of membership, and how can we help connect you with that? So MNA was incorporated in 1990. We serve more than 750 member organizations throughout the state, and we do that through capacity building, civic engagement, and public policy work, all three things which you will hear more about today. My name is Sarah Pinder. I'm the Engagement Director at MNA, and you can see my picture there in the middle, as well as contact information. I'll show you on the website where you can find my contact information as well. I'm joined today by Mario. He is going to be speaking later, so I'll let him introduce himself then. Another member of our stakeholder engagement team is Bill Gesseman, who is our Strategic Growth Officer. As I mentioned, one of the ways that we serve the nonprofit sector is through public policy and advocacy. We do that by focusing on things like policy issues such as tax policy, budget and spending, and public and private collaborations. My colleague Joan Gustafson is our External Affairs Officer, and she's a great contact for you to have in the event that you ever have any policy-related questions or challenges that are happening in your organization. So now we're going to go ahead and switch over to the MNA website, which is where we're going to spend the majority of our program today. Hopefully you've been to the website before and that this doesn't look brand new to you. But the website is how you access all of your MNA member benefits and other various information that's available to you. The first thing I recommend that people do when they come to the website is go up to this upper right-hand corner and click Member Login. If you've just joined as a new member, the people listed on your account as primary and secondary members when you join would have received information on how to set up their own username and password. A quick note on MNA's memberships. Our memberships do include all of your organization, so that's all staff, board members, and even key volunteers. So all of those people can take advantage of the MNA member benefits. As an organization leader, you can decide how you want to manage that. You could create a generic username and password and share that amongst your staff, or there is capability once you get logged in to add other members to your account and assign them their own username and password. So when you go ahead and get logged in, as I'm doing right now, you can see underneath that login button, if you've forgotten your username or password, there's helpful links there. And even below that, there are links for short web videos that can help you help you troubleshoot some of the really common issues. If you're still having issues, you can always reach out to us at info@mnaonline.org. Once you get logged in, you're taken to the member dashboard. And the member dashboard has some helpful links here. One being this membership details. You can link to it from the left or from the buttons there at the top. With the membership details, this is where you would update any information about your organization. So what address, if you happen to move or change your address, definitely update it in here. Some other basic information, as you can see, about your organization. And when you scroll down, this is where you can also add contacts. So as I mentioned, you can set up more than one user on your account so they can have their own username and password. You can even give them various levels of permissions to allow them to do different things on your account there. If you have admin level details, you'll be able to process the renewal in a year from now whenever your renewal comes up. Another great link to know about is our MNA member discount codes. This is where you will find discount codes for various products and services that we offer. So anything that we offer with an MNA member discount, pretty much you need a code to access that. You come to this page, you find your code, and then you can complete the registration or purchase process. Also, there's a link for edit login profile. And when you do that, you see your own personal information there or whomever you're logged into. And this is where you can update your username and password. I would encourage you to make your password something that is easy for you to remember. Our M&A tech department, which you'll hear more about later, they subscribe to the idea of using a passphrase. It's less likely to get hacked, and it's easy for you to remember. But make that something easier for you to remember so that when you come here, you don't have any barriers to logging in. All right, now I'm going to go over, and today we are going to talk a lot in our membership and nonprofit resources area, which is where all of the member benefits are. But we'll show you real quick a few other things that are important to know about on our site. On this far right menu, there is a staff page. This lists all of the M&A staff members and contact information. So you can reach out to someone individually who you might think would be able to help with your request. Also, make sure to visit the Get Connected page. This is where you can sign up for our e-newsletters. You can also follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. But I encourage you, if you're not already, to sign up for the My Nonprofit News. Members and non-members can receive this. That's our most frequent newsletter, and right now it's coming out weekly to help support nonprofits through the COVID-19 pandemic. But it's a good list to be a part of. You can also sign up for our public policy action alerts, which only come out when we're requesting that nonprofits take action. So now I'll go ahead and turn it over to Mario, who is going to tell us a little bit about M&A tech.
Thanks, Sarah. As Sarah mentioned, my name is Mario. I'm the Client Service Coordinator here at MNA, and we appreciate you being here with us this afternoon. One of the ways that M&A serves the nonprofit sector is through our technology services. The team at M&A Tech is very knowledgeable and personable, and if you happen to be the accidental techie at your office, and maybe you don't want to continue being that sole resource, or maybe there's a need for something tech-related, we'd really like you to consider reaching out to M&A Tech. They can assist with things like technology planning, managing your servers, and various other technological-related items. The team is extremely helpful and can even be reached through a direct hotline for those unexpected problems that spring up around the office. More details can be found under that Technology Services tab on our website, and they have virtual office hours available with more information on that same page. Now back to Sarah to review our civic engagement.
Thanks. And I see from the question box that Julia's unable to get the audio. Mario, if you can maybe try to help her, I think if she goes under the audio tab, that should maybe take care of that issue. So under civic and community engagement, like I said, this is one of the ways that MNA offers support to the nonprofit sector. We've got a lot of great things happening right now. Hopefully you were aware of and filled out, completed your census in 2020. We're now, of course, past the final date for that, but are really pleased with the work that Michigan did in getting a fair and accurate count. The other thing to note is that we do host an MNA AmeriCorps Vista program. We place Vista volunteers throughout the state of Michigan at various nonprofits that help to do great work in their community. We're also, of course, we're active this fall with the nonprofit vote campaign, and we'll be moving into 2021 looking at issues around Michigan's redistricting work. So lots to happen in that civic and community engagement space over the last couple of years, and coming up in 2021. Another great benefit of being an MNA member is that you have access to lots of research and publications. There's a few on this page I want to highlight. First is our 1920 Michigan Nonprofit Compensation and Benefit Report. What this is we start with a survey of nonprofit leaders in the sector, and we ask them, what positions do you have on staff? What do you pay those positions? Even about benefits they receive, maybe even vacation days, etc. So what that allows us to do is take all of that information that's collected and turn around and turn around and synthesize that into this report. What you end up with is this report that in this version has 78 different positions that are commonly found in nonprofits. And it presents salary data in a way that you can compare based on the type of organization, subsector that you're in, the size of your organization based on your budget, and even the geographic region. This is a really great tool for nonprofit leaders. Maybe you're looking to hire a position and you want some comparative data. Maybe you're a board member and you're looking to hire an ED and need some help there. But great tool. It's available. Members receive a significant discount on it and can get the report for $165. Non-members, it costs $270. The next resource here on the list is one of my favorite to talk about, the Michigan Nonprofit Management Manual. This is really just a great desktop resource for any nonprofit leader. I use it all the time. It's the first thing I pull off my shelf when nonprofit members call me with a question. It's really easy to read. It was written by industry professionals, and there's a lot of information on various topics such as budget, fund development, human resources, insurance, etc. So check this out. Members can receive can purchase the book for $75. Non-members, it's $95. Let's scroll down here a little bit more. The salary visualization tool is a new benefit. It's available only to MNA members and is all available online. What this tool does is takes that data from the nonprofit compensation and benefit report and puts it in a way that can help you see the data in different ways. There's various different online visualizations, and you can look around in that. But again, it's available to members only, and you would log right into the MNA's website to get access to them. Scrolling down a little bit further, I'll talk about MNA Links magazine. This is a quarterly publication. We usually have 3 in the year, and then the 4th one is our annual report, which will be coming out in the next month or 2. And you can access past editions here online, or you would receive one in your email when the next version comes out. MNA Links is a publication that we promote and write articles about various nonprofit trends and other information as well. So it's a good source for that. Let's scroll way down to the bottom. 2 things that are on a lot of people's minds right now. One is nonprofit advocacy, what nonprofits are allowed to do and what can't they do. This is a great, really like a 101 lesson on nonprofit advocacy, and it's downloadable for free. I'd encourage you to check out the Michigan Primer. The one that's below that is about helping Michigan citizens give wisely as we get into the end of the calendar year, and a lot of nonprofits are positioned to do a lot of year-end fundraising. This is a publication that we put together to help those individuals and partner with the Attorney General's office on and Council Michigan Foundations to help individuals find legitimate nonprofit causes like yours to give to. The other element that we have is our diversity, inclusion, and equity assessment. This is a really great way to find out from people in your organization, your board members, your staff members, how they think your organization is doing in these areas. I could give a whole separate webinar on this, but if you're interested in learning more about that and what it can do for your organization, please reach out to me, and I'd be happy to tell you more. As I mentioned, MNA is very involved in public policy and advocacy. You can learn more about our efforts in our actual agenda here under this tab. The Michigan Nonprofit Caucus is a group of, it's a bipartisan, meaning both Democrat and Republican, and a bicameral group, meaning members of the House and the Senate, that are dedicated to issues that nonprofits face, and MNA helps to convene this group. So check out more information about that Nonprofit Caucus if you're curious about that. There is also an opportunity, if you happen to be in the Southeast Michigan region, you can join the Southeast Michigan Public Policy Council as an MNA member. They meet periodically. I believe right now they're having virtual meetings, and they specifically look at policy issues that affect the Southeast Michigan region. So it might be a good group for you to check out. Now we're going to scroll over to the membership tab, and I'm going to turn it back over to Mario to tell us a little bit about MNA's Job Center.
Thanks again, Sarah. Under the membership tab, you can find our nonprofit Job Center. This is one of our frequently used resources, and there are a few different ways that you can interact with the Job Center. One way is browsing what jobs are currently available in the Michigan nonprofit sector by clicking on Current Job Posting. You can then sort these options by category and narrow it down to the desired search parameters to find a job better suited for your search. It's also great for a nonprofit leader who's looking to hire someone in Michigan. Just click on the Submission Form button under the Job Center tab to complete the job posting. The rates are $75 for a single 30-day posting for current MNA members and $165 for non-members with the logo included. We strongly encourage you to post any openings with our Job Center. Another great way you can engage with the Job Center is by getting signed up for the weekly email blast that goes out every Friday morning with the most current postings submitted to MNA. It's a great resource to stay up to date on positions available if you're a job seeker. You can sign up for the e-newsletter button on the Get Connected page. Our email blast reaches over 6,000 subscribers each week, and our Job Center gets around 18,000 unique page views a month, which is a great way to market and broadcast your opportunity to our online audience. I'll hand it back over to Sarah once again to talk a little bit more about your additional MNA benefits.
Thanks, Mario. So as promised, now we're scrolled over to the membership tab, and we're looking at the nonprofit resources page there. If you happen to be on the call and you're a career development member, just pay attention to what's on the chart. The benefits marked with an asterisk are not available to our career development members. So the salary visualization tool, we've already talked a little bit about. That's listed at the top of this chart. Scrolling down from there, you can see there's a few options under fundraising and finance support. First is free access to GrantStation. This is one of your largest member benefits, and it's a really great tool. What it is a way to look up new grant opportunities for your organization. So as you can see, I'm clicking through. This is how you get free access to this resource. You have to be logged into MNA's page, and you have to click through MNA's page to GrantStation. When you get there, you will see that your name is listed at the top. If it's your first time to coming to GrantStation in that way, you may have a couple other steps, but it's real simple to follow along. So GrantStation, as I mentioned, is an online grants database where you can find new opportunities for your organization. Under Find Grant Makers, I usually go to the searchable listing for the U.S. Charitable Giving database. There's a few other databases to choose from, but this seems to be the most general. And as you can see, then there's some instructions on the left, and over on the right, you can narrow down your own search. So I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to choose Michigan, and this is going to update in real time. And then you can see all of these other things I can use to narrow down my search parameters. I'm going to choose areas of interest and select arts, culture, and humanities. And then I'm going to say types of support. And let's just say, let's see, general operating support. Who doesn't want that? So as you can see, I've used 3 different search criteria, which I'll show up here on the right. And out of that, I've gotten 58 results. All of these foundations that are listed on the left side. Now what you can do is click on this and click on a record and learn more about that foundation. So I clicked on the Battle Creek Community Foundation. As you can see, lots of information is populated in their record, including contact information, how much they give annually, what they fund, how they do it, et cetera, et cetera. There's even a link down here to their annual report, and so on and so forth. You can also use these orange buttons near the top to share this information with someone via email, to print it, to save it, et cetera. So check out GrantStation. It's a hugely beneficial resources, and check out their other information as well. They do a great job with educational resources, including a whole section if you've never written a proposal before, or maybe you just need a refresher. Lots of educational materials here via GrantStation. You can also, with your M&A membership, receive a 15% discount on the foundation directory, which is another online grants database for grant opportunities. This Finance Unlocked for Nonprofits is a series of 6 web videos that are pretty short, but really great to use for onboarding new staff or new board members. They're really Nonprofit Finance 101, and they were developed with a CPA and an improv actor, so they're pretty interesting, actually. If you're looking for a solution on credit card processing discounts, also you can check with Card Connect. And I'm going to divert for just a minute. I'm realizing I forgot to tell you guys about 2 really important things that are accessible from our homepage. So I'm going to show you that right now. First is we do have a whole web page dedicated to COVID-19 information and resources that is developed with some of MNA's partners. So if you haven't been to this website, you can link to that from the front page of our website. And you can see that you can search it. You can check out the events calendar for things that are happening, etc. The other one that I will mention is that we do have a pulse survey right now, and we are looking to hear from nonprofits about how your nonprofit is doing, and specifically around COVID and the crisis that is happening. So if you are interested in filling that out, we would love to hear from you. We'll put the link to that pulse survey in the chat box before the end of the webinar. But I'll go back to the membership benefits. I just wanted to make sure I mentioned those really 2 timely items there as well. Okay, back to that nonprofit resources page as well. You can always access M&A's discounted or free events. This links to our events calendar, which you can also access from the M&A website. Another way to continue your education is the recorded webinar archive. You can feel free to, browse this and see what's available there, and watch those on your own time. I already mentioned our diversity, inclusion, and equity assessment, so I'll continue on past that. One of your benefits is some discounts to MindEdge, which is an online learning platform. The really great thing about MindEdge is, again, it's available to your anyone in your staff, so you can definitely spread the wealth when it comes to your M&A member benefits. If you scroll down further on this page, you will see there are specific nonprofit courses and lots of information there: grant writing, budgeting, capital campaigns, etc. M&A members receive a 10% discount on MindEdge. We also have a document library, which can be linked from here. You can check out all campus for higher education discounts. We also work with our partners at Independent Sector, which is a great national organization, really working on behalf of nonprofits. And they offer this publication here about good governance and ethical practice, which you can download for free as well. We've talked about the management manual and links, so I'm going to continue scrolling down. As you can see from the next part of this page here, we do partner with some of the largest educational institutions in the state for discounts on tuition. University of Michigan Dearborn offers a 20% tuition discount. Oakland University, a 25% discount on their certificate program for nonprofit management. MSU Executive MBA program offers some professional development opportunities, as well as they do offer 2 scholarships per year for nonprofit professionals looking to receive an MBA in their executive MBA program. Those scholarships are significant and cover about half of the tuition for that program. So great thing to keep in mind there. Davenport University offers a 20% discount. New Horizons offers computer learning courses, and M&A members can receive 10 to 20% off of their classes. The next section is managing HR. If you are a larger nonprofit and are looking for a way to provide healthcare benefits, Nonstop Wellness is a really creative solution for nonprofits with more than 50 people receiving benefits. And it often ends up in savings for the employee, but also for the employer. Mutual of America waives their administrative fees for nonprofit organizations with retirement plans of less than $1 million. They're great to work with, so check that out if it's a need that you have. We already talked about the Job Center and the Comp and Benefits report. Constellation HR is a online compensation and management system. So if you're in charge of a lot of employees, that can help you streamline goals and objectives, as well as making compensation decisions when that is time for your organization. Verified Volunteers offers discounted background checks. The unique thing about them is they can be shared via multiple organizations in your community, which can end up in saving time and money for nonprofits. M&A members receive, I believe, a 20% discount on Verified Volunteers. Paychex is a great partner when it comes to HR information and or payroll processing, and that is a 35% discount for M&A members. If you don't have director and officer liability insurance, we definitely recommend that for all nonprofits. Lyman and Sheets, a local Lansing agency, can give you quotes on that as well. I know we're right at 3:30. We probably have about 3 to 5 more minutes of content, so I'm going to continue on. I hope you can stay on. If not, you now know where to find the recording on our M&A website, the recorded webinar archive. Below there is, so we've talked about salary visualization tool and technology, so I'm scrolling way down to the bottom, and I'm going to turn it over to Mario to talk about how you can make connections through the M&A network and close out our webinar.
Great, thanks, Sarah. As she mentioned, we appreciate you staying on a few minutes later than anticipated. We're going to try to get through this information as quickly as possible. So as you may know, MNA offers 3 types of membership. We offer nonprofit, business, and career development. Now, because of this, we have a variety of businesses, both small and large, that are part of our grander statewide network. One of your featured M&A benefits is complete access to our business marketplace directory, which is a great resource for nonprofits seeking specific services from those who are experts in the sector. This online database can connect your organization with independent contractors or firms that are looking to serve your needs. Now, please note, although they're listed on our website, we still strongly suggest that you perform your own due diligence before hiring or contracting any of the businesses found through the search. But it is a helpful tool when trying to make connections. Much like the Great Business Marketplace tool, the Nonprofit Member Directory also provides the contact information of the nonprofits within our network. Through this resource, you can find additional information and contact details to make connections and potentially collaborate on joint efforts or projects in your region. Next, we'll talk about the nonprofit request for proposal distribution. If you're a nonprofit leader seeking to reach some of our business members with specific needs, the request for proposal distribution feature can be very helpful. Just complete the short form and your submission will be distributed to a variety of business members who have identified services in the area of your inquiry. As you can see on your screen, just go ahead and click Begin Application and we'll receive your information on the other end and get you connected further. Lastly, but certainly not least, we also want to draw your attention over to a few additional resources such as the Trusted Partners and Resources. This document, depending on your browser, will open into a new tab or download to your browser, and it provides the contact information for some of our most trusted partners within the nonprofit sector for both state and national organizations. Some of this quick reference information includes the National Council of Nonprofits and the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, otherwise known as LARA. This is a helpful guide for navigating some of the institutions in the nonprofit sector. Another great way to utilize your M&A membership is by advertising and sponsoring some advertisements with us. M&A has a considerable statewide following as well as a growing online presence, so advertising with us is a great platform to broadcast your upcoming events, any programming, or general opportunities that your organization may have. You can find more details about our specific packages by reviewing the options found on the Advertising and Sponsorship Opportunities page there on the website or in your member dashboard. Another great resource as well in the dashboard is the Capacity Building Center Network, or you can go under the Membership tab and click on it from the drop-down menu. This list provides more details about the 11 organizations and centers around Michigan that provide local capacity building services to other nonprofits. It's through this collaboration that the Michigan nonprofit sector continues to grow healthier and stronger, while also helping organizations better serve their clients and achieve their missions. As you can see on your screen, we have a variety of contact information for organizations throughout Michigan, so we encourage you to connect with those in your area and maybe work on some collaborative projects. That being said, we have reached the end of our webinar. I'll say thank you again for being online with us, and welcome to M&A. Please don't hesitate to reach out to either Sarah or myself or info@mnaonline.org with any questions or concerns, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.